Welcome back. So Cully, switch allegiance. A Wolves fan now.
My home team is my home team. Like, it's my hometown.
Yeah, but I've got to kick off with match week 7. And before actually even going into it, one thing I have to admit is, and as a ref on this podcast, yellow cards are no longer yellow cards anymore. What I've noticed, and probably next time you watch it, it's actually a mini notebook. And
Is it?
the cover, a yellow cover around it, and then they open
Yeah,
it up
yeah.
and write in it rather than write on the actual card. They write in it. I was like, what is going on?
The game's gone, hasn't it? The
Yeah,
game
yeah.
is gone.
But
Well, the way Chelsea play, flipping, they need a notebook, right?
well, I was gonna come on to that, really.
Bit of fight.
They are top of the table for yellow cards after 7 games. Any idea how many yellow cards they've got so far?
7 games,
Well,
averaging
17.
35.
17?
17 and 35. In between 27 bookings.
Who's second?
Yeah.
Don't know, don't care. Chelsea are
Yeah,
far
I mean,
there. They've broken another record. They broke another record previously with 14 yellow cards in a game against Bournemouth last month. 8 of them
that was
were Chelsea.
nonsense. That was Anthony
Half of
Taylor.
them
That
should
doesn't
be.
count because he's got an agenda against Chelsea, so that does not count.
and against Nottingham Forest, 6 yellow cards there.
Yeah, do you see the big scrap that was going on? So
Yes.
Cucurella got nailed into Enzo. Big scrap goes on. Cucurella comes out of a yellow. Cucurella didn't even do anything.
And I'll tell you the
And now he's
smartest
banned for the
person.
Liverpool game.
And I'll tell you the smartest person.
Is
Cole
it his
Palmer.
fifth card?
Yeah, but Cole Palmer, the smartest person,
Of course he
he
was.
sat it out because he's already on a yellow card. He was
Oh,
like,
that's
not getting
Yeah, he was, wasn't he? But no, I mean, the thing is, I think Chelsea have been arguably a bit soft in the past couple of seasons. And apparently, one of the things Enzo said coming in is, if one of your teammates is getting pushed around by an opposition player, all of you boys get in there and back him up.
out.
And every single time that happens, the whole squad go in, and I love it. Like they're all straight in. The crowd get behind, and
Yeah.
oh, come on, get in there. Everyone was
Yeah,
trying
it needs a bit of fight.
Chelsea. Yeah, it was brilliant.
You want
And
your
like,
team
we-
to back you up. Like,
Yeah,
Roy
you do,
Keane's
of course you
spoken
do.
about this. He's like, you pick on one of the
Yeah.
guys, you pick on all of us, right?
Yeah,
Guys, just
exactly.
start, just
Hefty,
to put some meat
but
on your stat.
from that, you're resulting in hefty fines, players getting suspended.
Hefty fines, what 25,000 for the
Guys, do they
squad.
really mean anything? Like, Chelsea are top, right? 27. United are second, 24.
Oh, so
And
they're not far behind.
Guess who's third?
Liverpool.
Wolves, 22.
But
Yeah. No, I mean, look.
I'm going to lead on from that. The 6 yellow cards and Nottingham Forest, right? You should have won that game. I think it's 2 points.
Yeah, we should have. Yeah, I mean, thing is, when we go 1-0 down against Forest, who are solid defensively, we saw that against Liverpool.
Yeah.
We've seen that throughout the season. They've got the best defensive record out of any team in the Prem, I think. I thought we were going to lose that game. Like last year, we lost that game against Nottingham Forest, and last year we would have lost if we would have lost that game last year if it would played out like it did. We had the chances to win it, like especially in Kunku. Felix had a very good chance. Palmer had that good chance, but I mean that was all through his Dennis Bergkamp-esque touch, wasn't it? Like what a player. Yeah, like we should have won. 2 points dropped, but the feeling coming out of it, so I was there on Sunday, and the feeling just around the ground is so much more positive than it was last year. And for the last couple of years, it's been a pretty tough period being a Chelsea fan. I mean, Cully probably knows how I felt as well, but it's just good to have an identity. We create chances against a low block. We're not just taking pot shots from range anymore or just crossing it in the whole time. We're actually creating chances and playing good football. And we should have won it, yeah. But Sanchez also had to make a couple of good saves, so we could have lost it. So no, it's, as you say, 2 points dropped, but we're top 4 going into Christmas, into the international break. I'd have taken that at the start of the season.
Sometimes the stats don't tell the true picture, right? I think you're right. It's like the feeling that you get, right?
Mm.
It is sort of non-quantifiable. about the
Yeah.
feeling that you get, the way they play. All of a sudden, there's control, and there's some of that unknown aspect, sort of arty side of playing football, right? Like what we go to see, like, and
Yeah.
sometimes stats don't back it up, but you can see with Chelsea, there's progress, and like I'm saying, the stats. Okay, you're fourth in table, blah blah blah. But I'm talking about the way you're playing, the way you're
Yeah.
playing, the way you're moving
That's
the
it.
ball around. It's a lot more. There's a lot more purpose in it. Yeah, it might
Yeah,
not
there
come,
is.
doesn't
The
come
players
off.
know where they're going to be.
Yeah.
They know exactly. If I move here and get the pass here, I know somebody's going to be filling into that hole. As you say, it's the way we're playing.
Yeah, I mean, having
Yeah.
said that, the stats do back it up. But what I'm saying is the general
Yeah.
feel of watching them. They seem so much more in
But
control.
we seem to be giving and credit to Nottingham Forest, right? They've gone away to Liverpool, got 3 points.
Yeah.
They've gone away to Stamford Bridge, got a point. Jermaine Genius would be.
Hey, Nuno Gomez, when he was at Wolves, he always knew how to play against the big teams.
Did.
Yeah.
He always
did.
knew.
That's true. Yeah.
He always took points off the big teams or made it really difficult.
Yeah. He
He's
used to do
brilliant
City
at it.
even quite a lot, didn't he?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, he beat City a couple of times.
and look, that wasn't a pretty game from them. They wasted so much. They're 13 minutes added on. They wasted so much time. They killed the game. Chelsea had, after the first goal, we had so much momentum, and it looked like we're just going to go on, get another goal. And they killed the game by just wasting time. And like the momentum of it just went. And then towards the end, we just couldn't really get that clear-cut chance. We had a couple, but they played the game well. Like we say Arsenal are master of the dark arts. I think Forest aren't too far behind them, to be fair. And they've got some good players to back it up. They're solid defensively. They've got the likes of Gibbs White, Hudson-Odoi, to add that creative flair. Chris Wood, the big man at top. It's a team of old, isn't it, really? It's a bit of a retro-looking football team, but fair play to them. It works.
Bit like both of your shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. The Forest feel. But no, like Nuno, obviously being from Wolverhampton, love Nuno, want him to do well, and he's doing what he does. The problem was always the lesser teams, right? But
like Fulham, we saw the other week they lost, didn't they, to Fulham?
Yeah. So let's see how they get on. But Chelsea are looking good, surprisingly.
Yeah.
Big game coming up. That'll be interesting, actually.
Yeah, that will be.
Because it's Liverpool's
Chelsea,
test, right?
Yeah, it's both ours and Liverpool's first big test, you'd say. Because
yeah.
we had City, but I mean that was first game of the season. Since we've been,
and
building,
not a big test, but we did have Man U, right?
Like a.
But coming on, leading on to that, Arsenal. I know Pierce isn't here, but Arsenal dug deep, pulled it out, and Saka
again,
1 goal, 2 assists.
Sounds like you're talking about my cousin, Doug Deep. Yeah, Arsenal just keep pulling out. The thing with Arsenal is, are they?
Doug Deep.
It's tickled me. Are they good and pulling it back, or are they actually not as good and they're just edging games? Because they're just a fine whisker. If a couple of decisions go the wrong way, they'll drop points. And the way they're playing at the moment, or the way the results and the way
they have to stop going behind. But then City are doing the same thing. City are going behind every game as well and coming back.
City hit back like within a few minutes, right? That's the difference. City,
yeah, true.
City are like, all right, City are basically giving teams a head start.
They get bored otherwise. Yeah.
Otherwise, it's not even worth it.
It's like I said about the Leicester game, right? Needed 2 goals,
last minute goals,
to win it, and
they do have to. I mean, every team wants control of the game, right? You don't never want to go behind, so they will obviously want to change that, and I'm sure they will. But Saka playing like that, I mean, even Havertz had a good game, didn't he?
Yeah.
When he moved forward, he was terrible in midfield, and then he moved forwards, he was much better. But yeah, they can't do it. They won't do it all season, and they need to like stop doing it because we saw last season with Liverpool. One of the reasons you fell off is because all your games were chaotic, and in the end, it caught up to you.
Yeah.
Ultimately, it will catch up to them, but it's the same for City. If this carries on for City, it'll catch up to them. But I think both teams will be concerned that they're going behind early in games.
You can't
and,
play
not
38
dominating from the off.
finals, right? Basically, you can't play 30 finals. It's going to take
And-
it out of you.
And also-
You want to take your best players off at 60 minutes because you're 3-0 up, for example, and give them a rest.
But also, I guess, and we haven't talked about it, and you mentioned City, but without Rodri, is that a big detriment to them? Do you
It
think
obviously
it's given
is
more of a hope for Arsenal to win the league this season?
No, I think it gives everyone hope, right? Like when they play against them,
Including United.
almost everyone. But what it means is City, because this is where the communist version of football that they play, where everyone's equal and everyone slots in, blah blah. They just pick a player up, put him in the position, and he'll do a job. He'll do a decent job for him.
Score 2 goals like Kovacic.
yeah, do you get what I mean? And it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, but that's where the idea that the system is better than individuals. I mean, I prefer watching individuals' artistry and the unknown. You know what you're getting with City, but they're just a bloody German oiled machine, aren't they? They're just like so mechanical. They go through it. Everyone knows their job. They know exactly what they're doing. Nobody's bigger than any other, and they just bloody roll it out. And let's not forget, it's not long ago that City won the title without a striker, right? I mean, this team knows what it's doing. So it's a real juggernaut of a team that needs to be stopped. Can't stand them.
Yeah. Well, I think, as you said,
on stopping and on that note, thank you very much, guys.